Bow, bow. What's happening, guys? Welcome to another edition of PWT Pro Wrestle Times podcast. Yeah. I'm your infallible host, Phil Marks, and I'm here again. Sick as a dog, not going live when I said I was going to. I'm so sorry, but I'll go live tomorrow. I'll bring you guys gaming stuff. I'm going to bring you guys more and more content. You already know that, but I got so sick over WrestleMania weekend, and I'm just getting over it, and it's now Tuesday. And so our WrestleMania review stuff, we dropped some of it today, and then WWE blocked some of it, and then so this week has just been a mess. Thank you for being the top pod listeners and bearing with you boys, and bearing with you boy more specifically. I've been going really hard, pushing maybe a little bit too hard, but anyways, at Pro Wrestle Times is the long form channel. Tomorrow when you wake up, there will be a full WrestleMania Night 1 drunken recap live show replay from Hairline and myself. And then immediately following that, this WrestleMania Night 2 / the Raw After Mania review will premiere immediately following that. So I was planning on doing all of that today, which is Tuesday, but now it's going to be Wednesday when you hear this, and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. At Pro Wrestle Clips is the live shows. You know where they're at. And they're every Saturday night, and they're going to be more frequently. Like tomorrow, I'm just going to try and hop on a game with you guys for a bit and just hang out. You know, it's been a little rocky here, just being sick like that. But anyways, at Pro Wrestle Times, at Pro Wrestle Clips, patreon.com/Pro Wrestle Times if you want to support. And yeah, just consider becoming a YouTube member, please and thank you. I got to make a new WWE shop affiliate link thing for you guys, so I'm not going to send you another play that this time, because I only have my Road to WrestleMania one created. So if you guys could just use the link below if you're going to shop some WWE shop merch, and you directly support the show. How you guys doing? I'm very snotty, as I'm sure you can hear. It's just I'm feeling actually better, so don't worry. The content's going to be more routine, more regular. Hairline might pop in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. He's actually the wrong. Yeah, I just pop in. Yeah, I'll do some other stuff for a bit. Get a quick show, and we're just going to review a couple things and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely. Let's see here. Yeah, Hairline will pop on probably right away in the next few minutes here. That's awesome. So, guys, yeah, WrestleMania. I hope you guys felt great about it. The Raw After Mania just happened. You guys, by the time you're listening to this, you already know what we thought about the WrestleMania Night 1, which we reacted to immediately following. Before we get into all that, we'll break it up, and we'll kick things off with let's see, another edition of everybody's favorite segment. That is Dave Meltzer, Dumb Moment of the Week. So let's get into Phil Marks bookmarks. Yeah, I need music for that too. Phil Marks bookmarks. So we'll take a look over here, guys, if you check it out. Phil Marks bookmarks here. So WrestleMania is over. So this is at David Scherer. And this is about Dave Meltzer telling fucking lies. Well, WrestleMania is over, so we can get back to our regularly scheduled segment of Dave Meltzer not only reporting a lie, but not even bothering to reach out to Mike Johnson to ask if it was true. He is the shits. He really is. What a clown. Be better. And here's Mike Johnson, who says, I have seen a report as fact by Dave Meltzer that I wasn't allowed in the WWE press conferences over the weekend. Not true, and was news to me. I was at all the WWE media stuff last week. I left at the end of WrestleMania Night 1 because I did not receive the proper pass for Mania post-conference. So I went to the hotel. I was on very little sleep and was happy to go to bed. After I left, they were trying to find me as WWE thought I was coming, but I was gone, etc. So Dave just, Mike Johnson wasn't there, but I was there. Dummy, yeah. Never fails, dude. Never fails. Dave just telling more lies. He's desperate. And then we have so here's Meltzer just basically talking about Dave Meltzer talking about some things leading into, you guys know, well, we'll talk about it in a second, but here's Dave Meltzer talking about well, here I have one thing before we get into, so Tony Khan wants to air the brawl out situation, or the brawl in, pardon me, Jack Perry versus CM Punk and what happened. They're going to air that fight right on Wednesday, so we're going to cover that. We might go live and cover that. No, I keep saying that, and then we but we're going to cover that definitely, absolutely, without question. And so this sort of ties into like a Tony Khan, Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week as well. But before we get into that, I just wanted to give Meltzer's thoughts on some WrestleMania stuff here. And he's quoted as saying, Meltzer believes that the planned singles match between The Rock and Cody Rhodes will take place at next year's Mania. So, I mean, Dave's 99% wrong about all of this shit, and I wouldn't believe that for a second. I think we're going to get Rock and Roman at Mania, and the fact that that People's Belt is there to shoehorn in a main event if they have to. So, it'll be The Rock versus Roman for the People's Championship, or Cody versus Rock belt for belt maybe, but I truly think that The Rock brought that belt in. It's just great heel work, but also it's to bump people on the pay-per-view if they need to for next year's Mania. That's the way I see it. So Dave probably more than likely wrong about that because he's a fucking dummy. As we move into, you guys know, everyone's saying this is the beginning of the end of AEW because it was announced Tony Khan's going to get lumped in here too for this, that, you know, the Young Bucks will present the backstage footage from All In and discuss for the first time. And here's @ButWileyLissa. Shout her out. She's a great follow. She says, AEW is seemingly determined to allow the ghost of drama's past to haunt the company. So be it. Continuing to remind a decreasing audience of everything they could have if it weren't for gross incompetence across the board seems like a truly brilliant idea. Bravo. And it is, man. Like, it's desperate time, and they shot them goddamn selves in the foot. And according to Dave Meltzer and Bryan Alvarez, this is not a bait and switch tactic, and Tony Khan will air the footage of the altercation from last August's event in Wembley Stadium. AEW will air the CM Punk Jack Perry footage from All In on Wednesday's Dynamite. On Collision, it was announced that the Young Bucks will present backstage footage from All In and will discuss it for the first time. According to both Meltzer and Alvarez, this is not a bait and switch, and Tony Khan will air the footage. Blah, 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 blah. And then here's @Meltzer says what's indicative of the Young Bucks as TV characters is that even with media confirmation, both AEW and WWE fans alike in the comments still assume the footage tease is just a massive troll. And here's Sean Ross Sapp, who's a big fucking dummy. Dummy, yeah. Oh, you're obsessed.
Dummy, yeah.
So this dummy's going, he fucking cyberbullies. Like, I want every pro wrestler to know, hey, don't give this guy fucking interviews. Like, he literally has sociopathic meltdowns in public, guys. Read this. Read what this is. Sean Ross Sapp going, I hope you all know, because he reported, they're going to air the Punk footage. So Sean Ross Sapp goes, I hope you all know, if you're dicks to me about this, your face is going to be on the Summer Jam screen this Wednesday, just like with the Okada Mercedes stories and Punk confirming our reporting. Tweet wisely and be less of a dick when you assume. Tweet wisely, or I'll fucking dox you at Summer Jam, just like I did the people with Okada and Mercedes and Punk confirming our story. Punk never confirmed your story, dickhead. Jesus fucking... This is the thing. WWE are liars, and they lie, and they make, and they change plan, everything switched up. But when Punk tells the fake story about how WWE got that deal together in 3 days, it confirmed my story. No, Sean. That's not what happened. That's a fake story. Okay? Have you ever been in the music business? Living Color re-recorded their whole song because Tony Khan owns the license, and then they licensed the new version to WWE and did all that in the 10 days or the 3 days, and they had graphics made, and they had merch made, and I know people who train with Punk. And he was training, and people thought that he was going to return to the UFC and the MMA side of things for months because they knew he was training for a huge comeback of something that I personally know. But no, they just got the deal done. Like, bro, it's just so cringe. But he's saying, "Oh, I'll put you on blast. I'll cyberbully you if you don't agree with my reporting." It's so cringe. You couldn't be any less confident in your fucking work. You couldn't be any less confident, period. So that's silly. So this segment has been a Meltzer, Tony Khan, fucking Sapp meltdown. Here's what fucking Michael Cole has to say about what all these marks are doing.
The man who the internet wrestling marks used to make headlines.
What the internet wrestling marks used to make headlines. Just destroying all these marks as we do on the show. Dave Meltzer gives his thoughts, though, on the Young Bucks narrating the CM Punk and Jack Perry footage set to air on Dynamite. The thing that's weird is the idea is to embarrass Punk, to show that Punk is a liar and embarrass Punk. However, if they actually do this, the guys doing it are heels, and they don't want to be baby faces. And Jack Perry is not supposed to be coming in. When Jack Perry comes in, it's not supposed to be as a baby face. I guess maybe after this airs, I'll be less confused, or maybe I'll be confused for the next 20 years. Yeah, Dave, seems like you're going to be confused for the next 20 years. Seems like you shouldn't say whether or not Jack Perry's going to be fucking a heel or a baby face. Everyone, Hairline's with us. A round of applause for Hairline. So, Hairline, we're in the middle of your favorite segment, but this is a combination of a Dave Meltzer, Ross Sapp, Tony Khan, Bryan Alvarez, dumb moment of the week. So, anyways, though, Dave, just you shouldn't have a fucking opinion if Jack Perry's gonna come in as babyface or a heel, bro. It's fucking just shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'll be confused for the next 20 years. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking too. That's how I feel too, Dave. I think you've been confused for 20 years. You're going to be even more. You're getting senile, buddy. You're old and out of touch. And so he's like, the weird thing is the idea is to embarrass Punk. How is this going to embarrass Punk? This is how I know that none of these guys have been in fights before. So what is the footage going to show? Oh, Punk was more aggro towards Jack Perry than he told people in interviews. Yeah, well, guess what? That doesn't matter because Jack Perry cussed off Shivani, cussed off producers. That alone right there is enough for him to get his ass beat, for him to get a smack. Okay? So if Punk is more aggressive than he let on, okay, that doesn't make him look bad, because I would, if Shivani got cussed out, then I hope Punk's even more fucking aggro than he let on. Okay? What is it going to show? Oh, actually, Jack Perry shoots a double leg and takes Punk down, and then Punk chokes him out. Okay, so that's still fucking, why isn't Bryan Alvarez piping up and going, yeah, that's still, he choked him out, bro. Don't shoot a double on someone that'll choke you out. You know what I mean? Anyone who's ever shot or rolled or anything knows, okay, like, that's not a big deal. What is it going to show? I read another thing somewhere that I couldn't find, which is why I was marble mouth Meltzering myself a little bit earlier, because I was looking for where I read something. Will Meltzer saying, here, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it right here. Dave Meltzer's idea. So Dave Meltzer goes on to say, my gut was this is a bad idea, but when I see it, whatever. After Punk did the interview, I obviously contacted many people in the company, and the general thing was, we're moving past that. We don't want to deal with it. Some of it's true, some of it's not true, but whatever. We got to move forward. But Tony's the boss, and Tony never said that. I will presume this is airing because there's proof of that what Punk said isn't true. I don't think that. I think what there's proof of, I read somewhere, I think it was Meltzer had said in the video, I think it showed people there. I heard that, like, Meltzer said that I heard in the video, like, Punk is missing all of his punches or something. I swear I read it. I did not mark it. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I was marble mouth Meltzering a little minute ago because I was looking for that specifically. So apparently Punk missed all of his punches in the brawl. So you're fucking brawling bare knuckle, dude. Like, that doesn't mean shit. If he gets him in a goozle, which apparently everyone agrees that he got him in a fucking choke of some form or fashion, and Tony was scared for his life and monitored. It doesn't matter, guys, okay? Punk choked his ass out. Get over it. Stop fucking crying. It's pretty fucking simple. And now this is via at @lifer_WWE says, I think we're seeing the beginning of the end for AEW. Whatever happens Wednesday will not be good for Tony Khan. This will backfire horribly, but hey, it's TK's company. And here's a clip of Alvarez and fucking Mushmouth Meltzer talking.
It is true.
What's true?
That on Dynamite,
yes,
Tony Khan is airing the Jack Perry CM Punk footage from All In.
Yes, he actually is.
It is not bait and switch. I asked, and I'm not talking like one person, multiple people.
Well, I definitely, I can say that I definitely got it 100% confirmed.
It is 100%. They are airing the footage.
Like, what is this gonna? This is hilarious. And people are like, oh, why? So that WWE could take shots, but Punk can't answer back. It's like, dude, or AEW can't answer back, but it's like, no, all AEW does is talk about fucking WWE. All they do is bring up WWE. All their gimmicks are fucking WWE. It's WWE, WWE, WWE. They even copy their shit all the fucking time. Finally, they decide, you know, oh, we're gonna retire, or we're gonna, like, WrestleMania week, we're gonna clear the air. We're shedding, like you guys see, they let Vince McMahon buy out all those, or they bought him out of all those stocks. They're just like, we're shedding our snakeskin. New era, new time, new us, and we're moving into this new era. And AEW's got, like, this is the most petty shit of all time, but all this does is, this is desperation time. This just makes AEW look so bad. And I can't wait for tomorrow to watch these guys just squirm over this shit.
Yeah.
And Tony was very upset.
It's not going to pop a rating. It's not going to do a good deal. It's not going to do anything, because all of the show booked around it's going to be ass. So even if it pops a little rating, it's not going to matter. Most people don't care. Okay, it's good. Eric Bischoff did a great thing as well with the guy who builds YouTube channels, and I have experience doing that too. I transitioned away from that, but I've actually worked on some prominent wrestling channels. I'm sure you all freak. I've actually worked behind the scenes and helped them get their algorithm right and all that shit. In layman's terms, I guess, like SEO scoring and like figuring out, just imparting my YouTube knowledge on them, right? There's a reason PWT blew up as just an audio pod first before we got the visuals. Yeah. But Eric Bischoff brought on the guy who like helped UFC with their YouTube channel, and UFC kills it, bro. Their YouTube game's second to none. And he talked about, he went over the metrics, bro. AEW's YouTube channel's dying too. So this will be a good little viral clip for them when they upload it on AEW's YouTube for sure. But this isn't going to pop them a rating. No one cares. You know what I'm saying?
CM Punk's interview. And
Hairline's here, guys. He told me in the private chat, he's like, I'll be right back. He's a little busy. We're all over the place this week, guys. We appreciate you so much. Maybe we'll go live and watch the Punk video, and we'll just EFAP fucking Dynamite tomorrow with you guys, because I know a lot of you don't even watch it. So maybe we can start doing Wednesday night live streams too. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Apparently, I was told that he, a long time ago, wanted to air this footage, and for whatever reason, he did not. And
because I was still real scared.
Now, I guess because of the timing and the interview and what CM Punk said, he is going
I hurt my feelings
to air it.
You know, after Punk did the interview, you know, I obviously contacted many people in the company. And
I obviously listen to just Dave. He's such a fucking goof, man.
Many people in the company. And the general thing was, we're moving.
The general believe the general thing
past that. We don't even want to deal with it. You know, it was like, you know, some of it's true, some of it's not true, but whatever, you know, don't want to deal with it. You know, it's not, doesn't, you know,
some of what this is all it is. I'm telling you guys right now, this is all it is. Punk was more aggro than he lets on. He probably walks up to everyone screaming and freaking out, and they think that's vindication. They think that's going to Do you know what I mean? Like make him look as though, oh, see, he wasn't this cool, calm, collected guy. He freaked out and tried to kill Perry or whatever. You know what I mean? So I just don't I don't think this is just goofiness. So I read this quote. We
got to move forward. And then here we are. And you know, I mean, but Tony's the boss. It was not from Tony. Tony never said that. I will presume that this is airing because there's proof that what Punk said wasn't true. And
in what way? And look at this little goofy smile. Yeah. Yeah. For sure what he said wasn't true.
It is the footage. And also the other thing is, it is the footage that got him fired.
Yes.
The people who saw this footage, and one of them was a friend of Punk's, Bryan Danielson, and a couple of them were different people, you know, in the company. And there was a legal group that's watched the footage that was not even affiliated with AEW at all. There was an internal one that was affiliated with AEW. There was an external that was not, and they all watched the footage and they all recommended that Punk be fired.
So there you go, Danielson, the attorneys, lawyers, whoever, external, internal, they all said Punk should be fired, even though Punk said, this is a fucking clown show, I quit, according to him. So I don't know. I don't know, man. We're just glad that he left, because now we get like WrestleMania moments and all of these great fucking things. Here's Punk taking one more shot after WrestleMania weekend at AEW. One more shot at them, and then I have a couple little more Tony Khan things that sort of all tie together, I suppose, because we'll just lump this together as one big group of fucking dummies of the dumb week. So here we have CM Punk taking one last shot at them as the weekend ends.
Now, speaking of the fans, 72,543, an electric, chilly atmosphere, but such energy here in Philadelphia.
You gonna get a tattoo of the number?
No, I don't have any tattoos.
Okay,
you're gonna get a tattoo of the number, dude. That is fucking. Oh my god, what do you guys think? Is that? I just think it's funny. Punk does that. Like he deserves not to, or to take the shots. I guess they especially if they're gonna come out and do all this. I just feel like they're. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, oh no, it's punching down. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, I thought Ospreay's the best in the world too. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you can call it punching down or whatever. But here, speaking of punching down or punching whatever, right? So CM Punk can take shots like that. Oh, he's the devil. He's a cancer. He's blah 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 blah. All this stuff, right? But what about when the talent on the actual roster itself start taking shots? So if you guys remember the last show and the last few shows, we've covered how the boys were fucking released from AEW and they're in the middle of this storyline, and how Tony Khan lied about it and lied about the reason he released them and blah, 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 blah. And we covered the AEW releases and how Anthony Henry of the Workhorsemen was like, yeah, you know, I'm devastated. I don't know what I did to get released, kind of thing. I'm devastated. Like I'm home injured, blah, 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 blah. And the dude got a contract back. So then Tony Khan backtracked, released him, and was like, oh no, yeah, when he comes back, when he's not injured, we'll hire him back. And then Tony Khan did the same thing with Stu Grayson, fired Stu Grayson twice. And then you go into this, and I guess he offered the boys their contracts back, like actual contracts. And so here's the Tate twins posting another receipt. They're saying, hey, this is Brandon and Brent Tate. We are reaching out to report an incident that occurred Saturday, August 12th. Would you be available for us to please give you a call? Thank you always, Tate twins. And then, yes, please let me know if 6 p.m. Eastern today or 9 a.m. tomorrow works for you. Chief Legal Officer, Jacksonville Jaguars, blah, 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 blah. So they were like reporting I don't know what the fuck this is in alluding to, but then here's Dalton Castle on fucking Wrestle Talk. On the, you know, if Hairline was here, he'd be shitting all over Wrestle Talk. If Paul Nolan was here, he'd be shitting all over Wrestle Talk, okay? But Dalton Castle's been quiet. And out of nowhere, he drops this bomb, like, on fucking AEW. So listen to this. He just basically makes fun of them, takes a shot. So if Punk, this is what I mean, right? Punk, he betrayed us. Punk said, oh yeah, they said I betrayed them when I showed up on Raw. Well, what did Dustin Rhodes, little -1 Brody Lee was in the fucking, Brody Lee Jr. was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. Amanda Huber was there. Ricky Starr, is that betrayal? Tony Khan. Now here's Dalton Castle taking a little jab at the situation here.
Rankings of the boys, or the old boys, Brent and Brandon, who now have names after they've lost their talent, they and their purpose in life. They have they would switch rankings. Rankings of the boys.
So I don't know. Is that from fucking today? This is, again, we said nothing till TK did first. TK, we only asked you to reply back in private or clear our name. Now you defend it by what you heard from old ROH. So apparently Tony Khan defended himself by saying, no, the only reason I said they no-showed is the old ROH. Like, I'm going off of the rumors or whatever. The Dalton Castle has been quiet. He knows what he's done. Why did we get contracts only after we had to send this email? So I'm actually not, all I know is that they're Dalton Castle here with what he just said. Like,
or the old boys, Brent and Brandon, who now have names after they've lost their talent. They and their purpose in life. They have.
So now they have names even after they, whatever. I don't even, but it's just Tony Khan made himself look like such a dumbass with all of this. It's not even fucking funny. It's not even funny. And so to capitalize the last thing on, or two last things rather. So Matt Hardy is officially a free agent after turning down a new contract. So he flat out turned the contract down. And then, of course, you see the AEW geeks going, and I'm one of them, I guess, but the AEW freakazoids going, oh, fuck Matt Hardy. Good riddance. I don't want to see him back if he's going to just talk trash on the company all the time. See, they just slave the three letters. And now this last bit here, this last bit of Tony Khan, and then we'll end this long dummy of the week that just encompassed a bunch of fucking people. Maybe I'll throw this one in here too, but the forbidden door just got slammed in Tony's face. This is via @AwfulWrestling. Shout him out. Andrew Zarian on the first ever edition of Beyond the Bell on Fightful. Shout out Fightful. Sorry for obsessing. Reported that Forbidden Door is no longer planned for Arthur Ashe Stadium. We are told New Japan Pro Wrestling didn't want to split the high production costs of running that venue. God damn, guys. So Forbidden Door's over because New Japan doesn't want to split the fucking bill. Shout out Andrew Zarian. Oh, you're obsessed. No, dude, I've always said Fightful's chill. And people like Andrew Zarian are chill. Dude, so they don't want to fucking... Great. They don't want to foot the bill with AEW anymore. They don't want to do it, man. They don't want to because it just costs them too much money and it's not worth it for the shit house. It doesn't get anybody over. New Japan got all their fucking talent poached. What the fuck is Tony Khan going to do? What is he going to do? Nada. You know what I mean? He's just got to sit there and deal with it, I guess, you know? Oh, we'll run the Forbidden Door against, it'll be against GCW this year. Like, what are they going to do? So I feel bad, but at the same time, man, this is just them doing this to themselves. Once they realize this is them, this is Meltzer, this is the SRSs and all these shill-ass fucking news outlets, this is all of them who caused all of this for AEW, and it's so sad. And I saw it happening at the start, tried to call it out. No one wants to listen. You're just obsessed. You're fucking crazy.
Dummy. Yeah.
Okay, is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know? But these guys all got a very big, they're suffering. AEW's going under some
Emotional damage.
And that was the Dirt Sheet, Meltzer, Tony Khan, everyone dummy, yeah, of the week. So, moving along, I was hoping Hairline would be back in here. I don't know what he's got going on, but we're busy folk here. You guys probably saw as we were in Phil Marks, bookmarks, Jacob Fatu has signed with WWE reportedly. That's what he's been telling people as of Wednesday. Now, everybody assumed he would show up at WrestleMania. I kind of figured they'd hold off on that. I don't know if they bring Jacob Fatu. I would just main roster him. I think he's too good of a talent, but he would blow the roof off the bitch in NXT. But obviously they're going to get him in the Performance Center to just get his pacing down and all of that. Like, he wouldn't obviously just show up and start going. Like, what I think we're going to obviously see Bloodline Civil War. I wouldn't trip out if we saw Bloodline Civil War at War Games Survivor Series, where you have like the Rock side of the Bloodline versus Roman side of the Bloodline. You know, Tama Tonga's coming in. You guys saw Haku at the Hall of Fame ceremony, sitting front row. The Rock was giving him a hug and all that. Hairline, what are your thoughts on Jacob Fatu reportedly signed with WWE? That's what he's been telling everyone as of Wednesday.
Good for him, man. Clearly they got a lot more Bloodline shit coming.
Absolutely, man. And what do you think, man? So this War Games Survivor Series, right? You fast forward to near the end of the year, and you're looking on one side of the cage. You got The Rock, you got Tama Tonga, you got Jacob Fatu, you got Zilla Fatu, and then on the other side, you got the Usos who reconnect with Roman, who's now like a budding babyface again. And you got Solo on that team. And now the OG Bloodline are like baby faces. So Jay goes back to help them in desperation because they're outnumbered by their, by their relatives. Right. So that Jay comes back and the place erupts and then fuck it, you know what I mean? And the Bloodline's back together again. And we get Survivor Series, Samoan Warfare, War Games. What do you think about all that? I should have X-Files myself on that one.
I think Sami Zayn.
Dude, what's crazy is that when Paul Heyman talks about the Bloodline and everything they accomplished, he doesn't leave Sami Zayn out of that, Yeah, Sammy's integral in like his shit with Cody and like the Bloodline story as it is. Like he's one of the, like, he's a family member to those guys, it's crazy. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, do you think Jacob Fatu like NXT first, or do you just think no, Performance Center for a bit?
NXT.
I don't think so. I think he's too skilled. I think what happens is this, and I don't know. Ava Rain's doing a good job of being a GM down there, but
I don't agree with that.
Okay. So I would just love to see like he manages Jacob and Zilla, or like brings Jacob in or something. Like I want to see the like at the Hall of Fame, you saw Nia Jax putting her one up and acknowledging the Bloodline and shit. I want to see the women get involved. I've been saying that forever, but I would love if
what would you call that faction?
The Anoa'i Flowers is what I would call Tamina and Nia Jax as a tag team. Yeah. With maybe Ava Rain in their corner, right? The flowers of the Anoa'i family. You always make fun of me for that. That's my 2K fantasy faction.
What if they did it? It'd be like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it just confirmed that Triple H listens to. Hey, it's not a coincidence that PWT started a year ago, and we just saw the greatest year in WWE history with Triple H confirmed listening to PWT.
He's not in the Discord, though, like Tony.
Yeah. It's not a coincidence, Hairline. We're going into PWT's biggest year ever, 2024, and so is WWE. You know what I mean? So
we should we should start doing what Triple H does. You know how every fucking press scrum he goes, "This is our biggest blah 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 blah." We should start doing that in the live streams. Like, this is our Dave Meltzer videos at 10K plays. It's the biggest we've ever done so far.
Yeah, dude. And Hairline, I told the listeners maybe tomorrow in the afternoon we'll do a fucking game stream live because we didn't do this one live because I've been sick and sleeping. I was just sleeping all day, honestly. I'm just behind on work. I got fucking deadlines for shit I gotta write that I'm already fucking behind on and stuff. So it's been a time, man, this WrestleMania weekend, but gotta bring the PWT's list. And then that fucking podcast was blocked randomly. WWE blocked us. The commenters were like, dude, you fucking got Don Stevens by I'm like, dude, I know. I had a rough morning.
What?
It was because, do you want to know why? Because I showed too much of the Julia stuff when, like, her NXT thing. Like, I didn't
No way.
Yeah, like they grabbed me for that, the stand and deliver, the
Standing
Julia.
in the crowd.
Yeah, you know, like I think like music was playing in the background, like I botched it. I didn't do it. I thought I've had it down lately, right? As far as being like not getting called for that shit, but I got called for that one. That was, I guess I played it too much. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I definitely think the future of the Bloodline is looking bright, but I do think they skip Jacob. Pardon me, guys. Just getting over a cold. I do think they do skip NXT with Jacob. I think he just they just train him at the Performance Center for a bit, and then he goes straight main roster. Maybe he has like a NXT match like on the road. You know, they're untelevised road shows. Maybe he does one of those, but I don't think they actually use him on TV like that. Like, I think he just is brought right back up, or maybe he is on NXT until like. Well, we'll talk about the Raw after Mania, but when The Rock comes back, I'm going to assume like SummerSlam. It won't be that long. He's going to go film a movie, 3-4 months. He'll be gone. He'll come back. And I would just love if like he had other Bloodline people with him. And as I said before, that people's title is there so that The Rock, if he's got to like bump ahead, like we're going to get Roman versus The Rock or Cody versus The Rock for the people's title or whatever. And that's going to be like a main event of WrestleMania probably next year. Dave said the same shit. I think we'll get Roman Rock Mania next year. I think that's ultimately, and Triple H said it as well. Yo, what we have planned with Roman is going to be fucking crazy. But speaking of which, we have WrestleMania Night 2 that we did not cover. So tomorrow, guys, you're going to have a full day of PWT, and it's going to be epic and glorious. Here is Bleacher Report, Doc Chris Mueller, shout him out. And here's WrestleMania Night 2 results. Hairline, Night 2 kicked off. Sorry?
Did I miss the Dave Meltzer dummy moment of the week?
You did, bro. You did. It was a big... I'm so sorry. It was a big combination of Meltzer, Tony Khan, Alvarez, Ross Sapp, everyone getting fucking dummy moment of the week, all combined together. The big thing from that, though, New Japan... They're not doing Forbidden Door. They're like, we're not footing half the bill for this. So that shit's canceled. What do you think about that, dude? No? Hairline. Oh, we lost him again. God damn it. Okay. So WrestleMania Night 2, though. We kick things off with Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title. Now, this match started off, and it was just like fucking Goldberg versus Brock. It was just like finisher, finisher, finisher. And then, but the match actually went down really well. Like it was very exciting off the rip, and Seth selling his ass off, blah, 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 blah. In the middle of the match, while Drew's whipping Seth's ass on the outside, he gets out of the ring, grabs his phone from his wife, and tweets out, "Bored at work, LOL." And like, that's just the funniest shit of all time. And so... Yeah, dude. And so they're fighting. Everyone's going crazy. What happens is there's like 19 claymores. Now I was getting mad at all of the finisher kickouts, but Drew realizes his moment, realizes his dream, wins the WWE World Heavyweight title. And he's sitting there. He's having his moment. He's soaking it all in, deservedly so. And then he gets on the announce table, and he just starts talking shit to Punk. And he won't let Punk go. And Punk's trying to be like, dude, just leave it be. Like, focus on your moment. Fuck at it. Why are you worried about me? Blah, 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 blah. And then Punk gets fucking mad. And then he eventually grabs Drew's leg, pulls his legs out from under him. He wipes out. Punk takes off his fucking elbow brace, and he smashes Drew McIntyre over the head with it. and left Drew laying, and we're all going, oh shit, dude, crazy. What happens? If that wasn't crazy enough, hairline, I know you pop for this.
Oh man,
the fucking Judgment Days music hits. Damian Priest, Senor Money in the Bank, comes running down the fucking aisle, pulls off the heist of the century, if you will. Fucking choke slams Drew McIntyre straight to hell, south of heaven, and pins him, and the Judgment Day leave world heavyweight champions a la Damian Priest. Brilliant cash in. I couldn't believe it. What a way to kick off night 2. Damian Priest deserves it. Crazy what they're doing with Drew, but the thing is that him and Punk is big money. It doesn't need a belt, and Drew understands that, and he will still go down in the history books for what he's accomplished. A WWE champ, a fucking world heavyweight champ. He will get that world heavyweight title back.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Drew fans are down bad, definitely, but how can you be mad at he touched the belt, he got that moment, but then Priest snags it. They obviously see shit in him. And you have big money matches with Seth and Punk and Drew where you don't even need the belt, and that belt actually does sort of elevate Priest. So it makes more sense it's on him. And then it's him versus Jay or whatever. We'll get into that, but that elevates that match automatically, and it elevates everyone fighting for it because of what Seth did with the belt and that moment there. And Drew and Punk don't need a belt. But I just want your thoughts on this match and that cash-in, dude. Like, what a WrestleMania moment, Yeah,
it was basically, man, like, you nailed everything here. Way too many claymores, unfortunately. The entrances were super sick, bro. And then the cash-in, Doug. Woo! What did I tell you and Paul Nolan? My God. Was I lying?
Nah, dude. And what did you think of Stephanie McMahon coming out there to open the show and being like, this is the Triple H era, and she's back now. Stephanie McMahon is back with WWE, bro, as working in, all that shit. How do you feel about that?
Are we doing anything about the press scrum or no?
We might throw some of it on. I'm a little pressed for time here, but yeah, like what? Yeah, just bring it up. If you gotta bring it up, bring it up. What's that?
You heard what Triple H? You heard what Triple H said about Stephanie during all?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I was gonna bring that up, right? Like he's like, yo, no one deserves this. Like she deserves to be home. This is her home. Blah 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 blah. Right. So your thoughts on all that, on Steph being back?
Well, I just think Andre the Giant's her best friend, most of all. So. But outside of that, man, no, I'm glad she's back, to be honest, bro. Because just hearing that, we need to learn how to. Okay, we're not gonna Vince anymore. We're gonna Stephanie. We just have to do it in a girl's voice. We gotta figure this out.
That's impossible, dude. Oh yeah, I don't know how to do it. Yeah. We'll learn it.
Yeah. We'll practice off pod, Doug.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. So moving along down the card. Yep.
Hold on. Fucking Judgment Day for fucking ever.
Yeah, dude, you said it. You've always said it.
I get it. Yep.
You've always said it. It's Judgment Day forever. So then moving along, we get the Pride versus the Final Testament in a street fight where they go, oh, we have a special guest commentator. It's Snoop Dogg. And I was like, fuck yeah. And he comes out, he's having a blast. They're talking about drinking. They're talking about smoking. Pat McAfee's having a ball. Snoop's just great on commentary. UFC's used him on commentary. Obviously, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. We at last year's Mania, when Shane McMahon hurt his fucking leg, Snoop Dogg called the audible, hit a doggy elbow on him. He's just a fucking shout out Snoop Dogg, man. What a fucking OG in the game. And he helped elevate this match for sure. And then we get a special guest referee, Bubba Ray Dudley. And I pop for that. My nostalgia. I'm going, fuck yeah. And I tweeted out, I'm like, wait till he tells Snoop to get the tables. But he ended up telling the Lashley's crew to get but I thought it should have been Snoop. Snoop, get the table. I think that would have been, but whatever. Fantasy mark booking. This match was sort of messy. at the end, they had a table spot where they go to put Karrion on the table. It just fucking collapses. And then, but then they saved it. Like Montez Ford, Dawkins, they just saved it. They got another table, put them on there, hit the table spot. This match was messy, but I feel like it was a little weird too that they did this on the same night as like the anything goes match in the main event, because like in the main event we got kendo sticks and all that shit. I feel like they should have did this night one, but ultimately though, just a fun match for the crowd. B-Fab and Scarlett were there for their spots, which was good. And I don't know, man, it was just I was okay with this completely. Like I liked this match. It was a good kind of like palate cleanser sort of for the night. Your thoughts on this match?
I just wasn't invested in it enough. Like they did a decent build, just like it didn't get over with me. I'm not gonna like say they didn't work hard to like, like do their stories and all that, but like I don't know, man. It's just like basically what you said, filler.
Yeah, it was just a shoehorned in match that's kind of like, how back in the day girls would during the women's match it would be piss break, like that's what my dad and his friends, it's cigarette time, and they go out and smoke or whatever. That's what, and like now you can't miss the Bayley match. People were kicked out of WrestleMania for saying, women can't wrestle and stuff, because it's like, come on, who wasn't invested in that Bayley match and shit. But this is the kind of matches where it's like piss break, like even though you want to see the carnage and the mayhem, it's entertaining. I'm not shitting on any of these performers, but it's like you got to have one match on the show that's kind of just there, and this one was just there.
I am happy though for a WrestleMania fucking I am the table moment.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And the Pride ended up winning, in case we didn't. And then they hit like Dudley moves. They hit a fucking Bubba put his glasses on because Karrion was pushing him, and then they did the was up and all that shit. So it was just a fun little match. Then we get LA Knight. Yeah. In his shining moment. He doesn't get a belt. I think by this time next year he'll have a title of some sort. The draft's coming up. We'll talk about that in a second, but I believe that we'll get an LA Knight World Heavyweight title run or something when it's all said and done. This match, this match was like, it didn't steal the show, but both of these guys are over as fuck. AJ Styles debuted his new music that was rumored. It was pretty unmemorable. You know what I mean? It's not the most over music. But it was a good fucking match. These guys had heat. They built up the heat well between these two. The story was told, and Knight pulls up in a fucking Slim Jim car. They show him showing up to the arena. His gear looks great. He looks great. The whole crowd was behind everything he was fucking doing, man. He was super over, and he wins with a BFT. So, Knight gets his WrestleMania moment. Who'd have thought, bro? Eli Drake, LA Knight, WrestleMania, biggest WrestleMania ever, getting his moment over AJ Styles. I don't care what anybody says. That's huge in anyone's career. I beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like that's so shout out LA Knight, man. I was just happy to see this. Wasn't the greatest match of the weekend, but this was great to just see him get his moment. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a pretty sick match.
Yeah.
AJ's looking great, man. Holy shit. Talk about like redefining like
juicy, bro.
Right, yeah, for sure. Meat, right? As they say. You fucking marks. But yeah, man, the finish was sick. It was a very fucking like the way AJ sold the BFT. Like I was like, there's no way he's kicking out of that shit, man.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, man, fuck yeah, Slim Jims.
Yeah,
you don't peel them off.
Did you see where I posted that picture? I posted that picture, Phil the Shill, because I had Ruffles, Snickers, Slim Jim, anything that's all I didn't have was Wheatley vodka. You know what I mean?
You mean to do that, or like because your
yes,
wife?
Of course, bro. It's a WrestleMania party. You gotta. It's like what are you talking? We got to WrestleMania theme that shit up. You know what I mean? So yeah, like that's by design. That's not like fucking.
Oh no! I'd have to put your wife over here. Like no.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it was my idea, but she did the shopping. She did the heavy lifting on that one. So, and she's the one who put it in that nice bowl, all cute like that. You know what I mean? And stuck them wherever they were around the house.
So, and you honestly just sat there and watched like your peers and everyone just like consume collagen like that and like didn't even warn
Um,
him?
You know what? I didn't actually, or I did. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody how to eat them properly.
That's fucked.
Yeah, dude, it is pretty fucked actually, but I ate them like that too. Like I don't know if that's
My God.
well, is it a bad thing? Like, are you supposed to fucking peel them? Like, I know you say that, but I don't know, dude. Otis doesn't eat them that
No,
way.
it's edible.
Neither does LA Knight. So, you
They're
know,
edible.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say,
I just don't think they know.
yeah.
How long
Well,
did you live your life not knowing?
fuck, man, along up until PWT,
Right.
like last year. Or whatever.
Dummy, yeah.
So moving along, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title. Owens makes his big fucking entrance on that truck, right?
Yeah,
That Prime truck. He has the Prime cannon. That was pretty cool. And then you had Kevin Owens come out. He gets a big pop. He's dressed in like ECW colors. And then he hops on a little golf cart. And then as he's going to drive down, Randy Orton starts coming out. So Kevin Owens backs the golf cart up, goes, "Hey, Randy, like, you know, hop in, jump on the back." And so Randy hops on the fucking back. And then he's like, "All right." And then they ride down together. It was fucking awesome, man. That was so good.
Oh, yeah.
But I called it. I was like, you know, these two, you can't be friends in a triple threat match, Daddy, especially not for the title. So this match exceeded my expectations, but what do you expect, man? It's Logan Paul. It's fucking Randy Orton's. It's Kevin Owens. And yeah, we saw some RKOs out of nowhere, like the pop up into the fucking, you know, we seen really cool shit in this match. Of course, the brass knuckles come into play. Orton has a chance to use them. He hands them over to the ref. Then you get I Show Speed is in the blue. Instead of KSI, this time it's I Show Speed. Orton barks at, he's an influencer. So kids recognize this guy immediately. You know, this is what these influencers bring to it. Like, that's a moment they're showing all these kids for the so people are getting annoyed by it, and it's getting tiresome. Like, okay, Logan Paul just brings in his fucking cronies, like whatever influencer of the week, but that's like good. It's fucking smart. You know what I mean? Like, it's smart. It's how you protect Logan and all this shit. And Logan just sold his ass off. He was selling so good. He's so good at selling too. He has everything down. It's like not fair how good a wrestler this kid is, you know? And he's everything. Yeah, dude. And his selling just gets better every time. And you go, he just gets it. And then video showed up. I didn't bookmark it, but video of him watching night 2, of him watching night 1, rather. Him and his friends watching night 1 from the skybox. Logan Paul released footage, and he's up there clapping, popping at every spot, cheering like a mark. He was cheering for Cody as well when Cody finished the story. Fucking Logan's in the skybox screaming like a little girl, dude, jumping up and down. Like, he loves this business, man. He loves it. Sure. And you can see that. You can tell by the respect he fucking treats it with. But besides all that, this match was really fucking good. Way better than I thought it was honestly even going to be. And Logan Paul had, you know, swanton into a frog splash, and then he finishes it with a big frog splash and all these things. It was a solid match. Your thoughts on this match here?
Man, again, you covered everything there. Just Logan Paul. Like, my favorite thing about Logan Paul is, like, every match you can, like, see that he's gotten better and improved, and, like, just like what Triple H said in the press conference, even, like, now that Logan Paul is full time and this is what he's doing, like, he just gets it, and, like, he's got longevity as long as he doesn't get injured from doing a dumb spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Like, hopefully there's no injury there for him fucking doing something he doesn't need to do. You know what I mean? Because I think he already hurt, like, didn't he already hurt, like, his fucking didn't he like tear an MCL or like strain it or something, like, early in his WWE
run? Second Ricochet match, I think.
Yeah, do you want to know what he said too about, like, he's like, dude, fighting Kevin Owens is harder than my fight against Floyd Mayweather. He's like, the real fights I've been in, He's like, literally, the toughest guy I fought is Kevin Owens. He's like, that guy whoops my ass and you see it too. They lay in on him because he's earning his fucking stripes, bro. And that's like, it's just mad respect. And shout out Kevin Owens, man. Shout out everyone in this fucking match. It was just another great, just why WWE's rolling the way they're fucking rolling.
Orton's a fucking vet at this point, man.
Bro,
Like,
he's a legend, OG god. Right. You know what I mean? Like
there you go.
Yeah, he's fucking one of the goats, Mount Rushmore of like our era. When I was a kid, he was like, when he was in Evolution, he was like one of my favorites. You know, I love that faction so much. Anyways,
fuck yeah.
So moving along, we had Io Sky versus Bayley for the championship. Fuck, man, this match got me so invested through the work they did through this match, man. Just
Bayley's also one of the goats.
Bro. Damage Control looking like $1 million coming down to the ring. Their whole vibe and presence and aura is just so great, man. Then, excuse me, you have Bayley coming down with the Egyptian stuff. Now, I don't want to stooge anything, but that Don Stevens guy who's like, no, I'm a wrestler, I work, whatever, He claimed he had work all WrestleMania weekend, which I'm inclined to believe. He posts pictures and shit, but he was one of the guys in the Egyptian costume. He was one of those guys, dude. So I'm inclined to believe him. You know what I mean? But yeah, Bayley gets carried down by the Egyptian dudes. This match, man, it was I don't know, man. It was like a pretty good match with like Damage Control didn't get involved, did they? Like, I don't think any dirty shit even went down. Like, Io just lost clean in a solid match. And these two, there was many moments where I thought Io was actually going to take it, which was crazy. But Bayley pulled it up with that counter to the rosebud or the rose plant. Io countered out of it, and the crowd just popped. Like, the crowd was with them on every sequence. Sorry, hairline. But everything they did, the crowd was with them and following them. And Io even went for the moonsault stomp. And she missed it, of course, but she did go for it. Commentary didn't. They're like, oh, she missed the moonsault. But no, I think what they were trying to show us there was Io was getting so desperate that she was going for the actual moonsault stomp, which was her finisher in Japan, right? She didn't just do a moonsault. She did a moonsault into a stomp. That was Io, whatever her original, I forget her original name, sorry. But so she actually went for the moonsault stomp at Mania. I just thought that was really cool, and the Joshi geek in me fucking popped for that. But yeah, Bayley's now the role model, I guess. She's not a hugger, but she's a role model. Your thoughts on this match? Bayley wins, gets her WrestleMania moment. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This was her WrestleMania moment if she ever had one right here. It was like the first time she won the fucking title. It felt like, it was so special. So, and I know you love this, man, because Bayley's your girl. And the whole crowd the whole time, hey, Bayley. Ooh, I want to know, right? Like they're singing her the whole way. Philly's behind her. Hairline, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, man, she's been a heel for a minute, so like, Christ, it was good to hear them behind her like that, though. This is where Bayley should be. Yeah, man, super sick match, very solid, very excellent storytelling here. So like, yeah, this shit right here is like for the Joshi marks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said on the previous pod, Triple H is hitting on all cylinders, and those Joshi kids are part of the key demo, I suppose. So,
yeah, dude. And you saw Bull Nakano at the Hall of Fame, and she's backstage, right? And you got Julia there and everything, and just great stuff.
I think, like, I don't know, not the fantasy mark book, but like, I just think
wait.
No, it's not worth an X-Files.
Oh no, too bad. The truth is out there, hairline. The truth is out there.
I was just gonna say, Io should probably stay away for a minute and like,
You don't think Damage Control is like on this SmackDown just talking shit?
Oh no, they will be, because I don't work for the WWE.
Yeah.
They listen, so.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, what's up, Trips?
Right.
So we get the main event, dude. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal title, which is now just called it's the WWE title now. Triple H confirmed it. Cody confirmed it. Well, we're jumping the gun, but Cody wins it, and it is the now just called the undisputed WWE Championship. People are saying this is the greatest WrestleMania. That people are saying overall WrestleMania 40 is one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. People are saying Night 2 is the greatest probably night of WrestleMania of all time. And this is quite possibly one of the, if not the greatest pro wrestling matches and WrestleMania main events of all time. Right? Like, wouldn't you agree? This is probably...
I 100% agree. I just man, this match showed you why Roman's the GOAT. You know?
Right, and dude, look at his physique. Look at his physique, bro. He didn't phone it in. He came in more jacked than he's ever been for this Mania, knowing he's dropping that title.
See, I heard people say that The Rock's overshadowing him, and I don't agree with it, man. I just think they're different. Yeah, I think it's right. Yeah, okay, thank you.
It's just multi-layered storytelling. It's gonna story's gonna be told that
so you get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Roman versus Rock eventually. Like Roman accidentally speared Rock at night 1. Like,
there it is.
We know what it's building to. Roman, the Rock's gonna be disappointed. Like he even we'll talk about the Raw after Mania in a second. We'll breeze through that, but yeah, man. Yeah, so this match here, Roman versus Cody, it starts off, it's just like a straight up one-on-one match. Roman looks like a million. Cody comes out wearing like a Triple H skull mask, like in homage to Triple H, sort of. Did you see that? And then Brandy's next to him. When she comes out and gets shown on screen, the fucking crowd erupts, dude. So good for Brandy. Good. Yeah, man. And
man. Especially do you know what Cody was talking about in that Ariel interview when he was talking about his wife being disrespected or whatever? Like,
yeah, just by just the way people turned on her in AEW and stuff and used her as like the scapegoat for like people shat all over Brandy, you know? The AEW fans are still doing it. They're like, from what I remember, she was got a multi-million job and was in shitty angles and then they make all these excuses for why Cody. Oh, but Cody and his Codyverse wasn't. No, you fucking marks. Cody was trying to do what he's doing in WWE now, and but then what you guys did was rejected it. So then he started going, okay, well then let me do Mark shit, and so he started flying through fucking fire, and then you all rejected him. Then you kept rejecting him, saying he's doing Cody versus Mark. So, like, fuck you guys. You know, you're the fickle fucking marks. Those people, how many of those people still even watch AEW? With the numbers AEW do. Like, fuck you guys, man. Like, that's such goofy shit. But yeah, this is the main event 2 years in a row, and it felt bigger than ever. And it's Bloodline rules, but they just sort of fight in the ring. They brawl outside. There's suplexes outside. There's big spots. There's Cody cutters. There's spears. There's kickouts of shit. You know what I mean? We're getting all this stuff. Blah, 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 man. The match is just solid as it is without any of the schmoz. But what's about to happen is Cody's hits one crossroads, picks Roman up, is about to go for a second, and then Jimmy Uso super kicks him. Super kick. Boom. The crowd fucking boos. Roman hits a spear or a Superman punch, pardon me.
Yeah, that shit was nuts.
Cody, 1, 2, shoulder up. Crowd can't believe it. We're all going, oh shit, just more of the same old Bloodline. Boom. The crowd starts going, yeet, they know. Jey Uso comes out. Fucking Jimmy meets him halfway. They're brawling on the stage. Jay spears Jimmy off the stage through 2 tables. Holy shit, the crowd's going crazy. Then we see like a spear on Cody. Oh no. Cody kicks out. Oh my God. And then fucking the match continues. People can't believe we're seeing Cody cutters, the craziness, tables, all this shit. And then and a great spot at the beginning of the match too is like Cody brought out a table. The crowd's like, yeah. And then Roman goes out there, grabs the table, throws it back under the ring, and is like, nah, you know?
Yeah.
Great heat, man. That was earlier on. But then Cody gets Roman in a crossroads, 1 crossroads, 2 crossroads, picks him up for the 3rd, and then Solo fucking spikes him out of nowhere. Cody goes down, kicks out of the spike. Crowd can't believe
that was
it.
nuts, bro.
So then they grab Cody, they hit him with a spike and a spear, and I genuinely right there, I was like, this could be the end of the match.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He kicks out of the
Yeah,
spike spear combo.
It was a smidge AEW, man.
It was a little too much, but like
Yeah.
they're really trying to drive home, like, no, like Roman's walking out champ again, guys. Sorry. And Roman Reigns, too, before WrestleMania, he just announced his Air Jordan deal. Like Roman Reigns has a deal with Nike and Air Jordan. Like that's
I need to get those fucking kicks, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not even
dude.
a sneakerhead.
Look at the fucking.
I got the Rocks kicks.
Look at the level he's on. You know what I mean? And so, you got the Rocks kicks, those fucking UFC ones, the Brahma.
No, the Under Armour ones.
Yeah, that's the official shoe of the UFC, bud.
Oh, I got a couple pairs.
Yeah, the Rocks Under Armour shoes are the official shoes of the UFC. That's hilarious. So,
oh yeah, no, just marks. Bunch of really big marks. That's what we're saying.
So, sorry guys, I'm getting hydrated here. Red Bull, soda water, Red Bull.
Oh, you mean a Prime?
Actually, I mean a C4, the official energy drink of WWE now. Moving forward, anyways,
goddamn right.
So,
shout out to Fanatics.
So Solo hits the spike spear combo. Cody kicks out. Solo starts freaking out. Who music hits? Bam, bam. Fucking crowd erupts. Whoa! Crowd fucking erupts. Who comes out? John Cena, dude. Hits the ring. The man that Solo beat. The man that Solo spiked 50 fucking times.
Yeah, 200 times.
To save Cody, bro. Even just talking about it right now. Goosebumps. I'm a little kid just talking about it right now. I'm getting emotional.
I know, you're
like
so geek, dude.
Bro, fucking Cena hits the ring. All business, too. He doesn't fuck around. He just comes out, throws his shit in the crowd, gets in there, starts just whooping Solo's ass, throws him to the outside, clears the table, F you, gets in the ring, F you's Roman. Attitude adjustment. Sorry, we're back in the, you know what I mean? We're back in the attitude era, whatever you want to call it. It's called an FU again, in my opinion. So he's FUing people, and he FUs Solo through the I can't remember what order. He like hits Roman with an FUs Solo through the fucking table. And then he's like hyped up. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, if you smell fucking the Rock's music hits, right? And then Cena and the crowd explodes.
Hey, he sold it, man.
Shit.
He sold it so good, dude.
Bro, Cena $1 million selling, and then we get The Rock comes down, whatever. Cena gets in the ring.
Whatever.
They stare each other down. The crowd is fucking, holy shit. The crowd's going insane. Excuse me. They do the old Hulk Hogan Rock WrestleMania 18 where they look at both sides of the arena, right? And then fucking Cena whips off his shirt and he's like, fuck this, let's go, it's go time. Goes to throw a punch, reversal, rock bottom. Instantly the Rock points to the ramp. Yo, get this, take that shit out of here. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking exits that way. I'm tired of this shit. The Rock's mad. I'm popping it. I'm going fucking crazy. No hope in sight. John Cena powders to the outside, lays out there. There's no hope in sight. The Mama Rhodes belt's laying there. The Rock picks it up. He's looking at fucking Cody. He's going to whip Cody. And that's when out of nowhere, bong! And the fucking lights and the whole crowd. Wah! The fucking crowd, dude, was like, when that fucking gong hit, dude, the whole crowd was like, oh shit. Like, no one saw that coming. Now, that was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, but they couldn't work it out. But the glass was supposed to shatter there, and he was supposed to come down and whatever. Now I wondered why. I kind of poked around and asked why. I don't know. I didn't hear anything. I tried to ask some people like, why was there no Austin? Because they clearly teased it during when The Rock busted Cody Rhodes open. But Conrad Thompson said, oh, he's here to sell you a Henson shaver. No, but Conrad Thompson was on 83 Weeks, and I just listened to that this morning, and he was saying that I guess The Rock and Stone Cold have like beef kind of like in their personal lives, like for real. And Thompson said that yeah, like apparently they have like a bit of a professional rivalry, like for real, even though they work together. But like Thompson said he even heard all the way back at WrestleMania 30 when they did that moment where like Austin and Rock and Hogan and everyone's in the ring. Apparently, like Austin was like, yo, if Rock doesn't, or like if I don't go out last out of these three, I ain't going out at all type shit. Like he believes he's sort of like above The Rock, sort of in that hierarchy in the wrestling world, I guess, is what Conrad Thompson sort of alluded to. And I guess maybe, I don't know, but but Austin would have came out and just stunnered fucking The Rock. So I'm inclined to believe that hopefully it's just something else, like Austin was busy with something, you know. I'd like to believe it had nothing to do with that type of bullshit. But Conrad was like, I don't know, apparently like Austin and Rock kind of have like a IRL professional sort of rivalry as well. So who knows about that? But I do believe this was supposed to be Austin's thing. Like on that trailer during when Cody was bleeding, they had fucking, you know, the lights were shining on Cena and Austin, and Cena showed up. I thought Austin would show up too, but it doesn't matter. The Undertaker got that same fucking reaction, dude. And they all went crazy. Undertaker, The Rock goes to whip him. Undertaker chokeslams his ass. The lights go out. They're out of the ring. And that's when fucking at some point, I might have skipped it though, like the Shields music hit. And yeah. So I was like, holy shit, if Moxley comes out too, I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, and it wasn't that, which is okay.
Die.
I would have, dude. I'd have been like, holy fuck, AEW. I would have died with AEW. You know, we would have fucking both died.
yeah, that would have been it, right? Dude, but I wish we could watch Tony like watching WrestleMania.
He was popping at everything.
He's like going for his phone.
That was the best night of his life, dude. So the Shield music hits at some point though, and then Seth comes out. Now the significance behind this is the Shield music hits. Seth comes out with a chair, and Roman just intercepts it. Yeah, I think right before the Undertaker comes out, and Roman just Superman punches him, intercepts it. Seth is laid out because he's already dead from his match earlier. And then the Undertaker shit happens, whatever. But now the Undertaker clears the ring. Yeah, it is. So Undertaker clears the ring, whatever. And then the belt's laying there, and then there's still a chair in the ring. And then Cody's getting up, Roman's getting up, and then Roman gets up first. He grabs the chair, and then Seth is like crawling his way up. Seth is like crawling, trying to get up. And Roman can either hit Cody directly with the fucking chair and probably win the match, but he sees Seth and he can't let it go. When Seth, all these years later, when Seth cracked him in the back with the chair and turned his back on the Shield, Roman couldn't let it go, so his ego got to him and he cracks Seth in the back with the chair. Cody gets a hold of Roman, or Cody cutters him, whatever, and then he hits him 1 crossroads, 2 crossroads, goes for the 3rd, hits the 3rd crossroads, 1, 2, 3. He finishes the fucking story.
Nuts.
Crowd erupts. Seth Rollins told Cody, I'll be your Shield. Oh, I just get goosebumps, dude. The storytelling, bro. He was Cody's Shield. He fucking gave up everything this Mania. He was in a tag match the night before that costed him his own belt the next night because he's all hurt and beat up. And then he lays his life out, shows his loyalty, was Cody's Shield, dude. Took that chair shot for him, which allowed Cody to win and finish his fucking story. Like, just the layers of the storytelling, man. 10 years, 20 years of storytelling was like put into this match, dude. And it just, fuck, man. That's called a payoff. That's why pro wrestling
storytelling.
yeah, dude. And so And so, you know, all the baby faces hit the ring. I can't believe it. The crowd erupts. It's Cody's time. He gets the title. All the baby faces hit the ring. They hoist him up in the air. CM Punk comes down. He's holding Cody's hand up in the air. Dustin Rhodes isn't allowed in the ring. He can go, but he's not allowed in the ring. Fucking cocksucker, Tony Khan.
What's Brody Lee's son's name?
Brody Lee Jr.
What's his wrestling name?
-1.
Yeah, but -1's allowed in the ring, but not his own brother.
And so, yeah, dude. And so, just a phenomenal moment. The baby faces hoist him up. Cody Rhodes gets on the mic. He's hugging Michael Cole. They're crying. Michael Cole's going, "I love you, buddy." And then Triple H comes in. They're embracing. It's so crazy to see, like, Cody Rhodes was smashing Triple H thrones, and now he's paying homage to Triple H as he comes down the ramp.
It's nuts.
Crown, and then they're hugging. Like, Cody's the face of the company going forward. We're already seeing the marks going, "Oh, Cody's got to cut the babyface act out." Blah, 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 blah. Like, they're already doing it, man. We already called it, but it is what it is.
So here's the whole thing, man. For so long, we never had another John Cena. You know what I'm saying? And we just floated along. Not to like discredit Roman or anything, but he's not a Cena. You know what I'm saying? And we finally have another John Cena in Cody Rhodes. So,
right, man. It's just silly that already the fickle marks. But then, you have, and then there's a moment that was on X that the crowd caught of Roman. They said it looked like he was smiling when Cody beat him for the belt. So I don't know if it was that. It looked kind of like Cody was just kind of laying on his face, so it kind of knocked side of his face. But either way, Roman Reigns on his way up the ramp, all the baby faces run past him. They don't even acknowledge him, which is good storytelling. But then him and Heyman stop at the top of the ramp and they embrace. And Roman just was holding on to fucking Paul crying. And you guys, this moment doesn't happen without what Reigns just did for 4 fucking years. So acknowledge our goddamn tribal chief. The greatest of all, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, Roman Reigns. And so, yeah, man, just emotional. Triple H is hugging him. He goes over on his way out of the ring. He hugs Nick Khan. The pay-per-view or whatever, the PLE just kept running. They didn't care. They're just showing all the emotion and you can tell Vince McMahon's completely gone from this company, which is a good thing, honestly. And then you see him hug Nick Khan. And then afterwards we hear, the fucking watch that Dusty Rhodes pawned, his Rolex, a very unique Rolex that he pawned to send Cody Rhodes to acting school. Nick Khan and them tracked it down and fucking bought it and gifted it to Cody Rhodes after this Mania. And just the level of respect that Nick Khan also has for this fucking businessman. This is possibly, we're in the greatest era of pro wrestling, of WWE rather. I don't know about the other shit, but I don't know what they're doing on AEW and shit, but possibly ever. This might be the biggest and greatest era. Overall, night 2 was fucking nominal. Great, one of the greatest, most memorable. I rewatched the main event as soon as I had to I just re-put it back on because it was so fucking good, man. Hairline, your thoughts overall on WrestleMania Night 2 and that fucking main event? Your thoughts, anything notable, anything I might have missed?
Oh, man, it was magical. Like, that's the only word to describe it. Like, just like the Cena's reaction to The Rock coming out and how The Rock just like murdered him, and like, it was like, fuck this again. This is for sure the end, man. And then like Taker, whew. God, we both said that Cody wasn't gonna win and it wasn't gonna happen until next year, So like being Swerve's a good thing as a wrestling fan.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely,
right,
man.
It's fucking nuts, man, and like, yeah, it was just a magical moment.
And so, over the events, check the turnstile count. I don't know, but there was like 202,000 tickets sold over over the events over the weekend. You know, like SmackDown, Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania, all that. It was like 202,000 tickets sold. Like, oh, Wembley, bro, 72,755 people the one night. Apparently that's more than what the government said Wembley was. So I'm sorry, but this was the greatest WrestleMania probably of all time. If we have to, you know, like,
yeah, Wembley, put the tickets on sale 10 months in advance.
Yeah, and they're only at like 45, 50,000 and shit right now. Not to shit on them, but I don't know, man. I feel like they have it coming a little bit. Hairline quickly.
Is Paul Nolan going? That's really what matters.
Yeah. He will. Yeah, he'll be at that one. We'll get boots on the ground. He's going to be at Clash at the Castle too, so we'll have boots on the ground for that. Hairline quickly, super quickly. You want to go over the Raw after Mania?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to be super quick though. I got some shit I got to do here.
Or we could do another episode. We ain't got to do it tonight.
Well, let's think about it. So we could do. How about this, folks? We'll do this. We'll do Raw after Mania, and we will do the AEW Dynamite releasing of the fucking
Right,
footage.
yeah,
They're releasing the CM Punk footage. Oh my god. We talked about it earlier in the show, but Hairline, quickly, your thoughts on that, and then we'll wrap up this show, and then we'll just record a new one tomorrow. I kind of want to go live tomorrow and watch Dynamite with the PWT listeners. I don't know if that's possible for you, but just because a lot of them don't even watch AEW, they just rather hear us talk about it. So if you're into that, yeah. But your thoughts on them? They're airing the CM Punk fight. Your thoughts on that?
So, my initial thoughts are like, you pathetic fucking children. And then my follow-up thoughts, is it even real? Or is it just going to be some goofy, like, fucking being the elite bullshit, you know?
I think it's real. I think they're really going to air the fight because they are, I said it early in the show, I just think they don't. I think it's going to show that, oh, Punk lied. But the lie is going to be he's just more aggro than he let on. Like, he comes in probably freaking out and pushing Jack Perry, so then Jack Perry shoots a double leg, and then Punk just choked him. And it's just like...
No, I can't wait to see it, to be honest.
Yeah, he still choked him. Like, all this is to do make EW so stupid and bad. But
dude, like, it's just more publicity for fucking CM Punk, you fucking dummies.
It's just so fucking dumb.
Dummy.
Like, they're still using Punk to get over. Like, that's the worst part.
It's so sad. It's so cringe. I said it. I was like, dude, if this whole thing they pull tomorrow doesn't like boost a huge rating and it isn't one of the best Dynamites ever, with this being a focal point, like I might just hang up my Orange Cassidy tee forever. What are your thoughts on that?
I'll leave the Discord, I swear.
Emotional damage.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in for another edition of PWT Pro Wrestle Times podcast. I have been the infallible Phil Marks. This has been Hairline the Heater. Make sure you check us out at Pro Wrestle Times everywhere there's social media. At Pro Wrestle Times is the long form channel. Thank you for enjoying and bearing with us. I mean, Cornette didn't even get his like Raw review shit out till after Mania, so we're ahead of the game, at least if we're comparing to Cornette. So thank you guys for rocking with us and dealing with your boy Phil being fucking sick and not getting shit uploaded and live streaming the multiple times I said I would, then I ended up bailing. Tomorrow I want to live stream with you guys. If we play video games and EFAP or watch Dynamite together and I do play-by-play, I think that'd be a fun time. Hopefully Hairline can join. Maybe Paul Nolan can join if not. But I just appreciate you listeners so much, man. Like, God damn, we're growing every fucking day.
Yeah.
When I miss a few days, man, you guys are still blowing up the channel, blowing up the spot, blowing up the comments. Love you guys so much. Shout out Triple H and WrestleMania. Shout out fucking you, Hairline. I love everyone. It's been our 1 year anniversary as well. Round of applause for us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's great. Everything's great, I swear. And yeah, next episode we'll release our backstage footage of me getting in a fight with Paul Nolan. He choked me out. I tried to double leg him, and he. Just kidding. But guys, I can't help it. It's like Punk earlier. He asked the Miz. They're like, "Oh, there's 72,000 people in attendance." Punk goes, "Hey Miz, you get the number tattooed, or you gonna get that number tattooed?" That's what he said to Miz. And like, you know what I mean, dude? So, bro. PWT listeners, thank you so much. This has been episode 58. Love you all so much. And PWT live show Saturday, no matter what, that always goes down. But as far as just thank you guys so much. Hope you had a great year rocking with us and a great year rocking with WWE. And we'll talk about the Raw after Mania very soon. You guys will get that pod soon. Probably we'll record it tomorrow. So maybe we'll just review it live. I don't know. Thank you all so much. Love you all so much. Hairline upside down. What's going on over there?
Yeah, oh man, so like I have this girl in my basement, and I can't get her to eat a goddamn thing, except for these fucking frozen fucking waffles. But here's the thing, my fucking mom called in sick today, so I can't even go up there and grab fucking anything else for her. So it's just like, fuck.
Top pod out.